Okay, welcome to the European Pool Champions here in the Victoria Stadium, Gibraltar. I'm Paul Bev commentating, and my co-host is...
I'm Mike Levens from England.
We will now feature some highlights from the England and France match. First we'll introduce to you our referee, Mr. Tommy Cox.
Table 10, Ty Bradley, Michael...
And he is followed by Alistair Bailey from England. And Christophe Lambert from France.
Third session names for the Southern Irish team, please. Third session names for the Southern Ireland team.
Okay, they've tossed up, and it's Christophe Lambert to break for France. Christophe is the #1 ranked professional in the French side. He's 18 years old.
Come to the top table, please. Martin Kerwin, top table.
And he's left an open table. No, as yellow has popped in. I've missed that one. What do you think he'll do here, Mike?
Well, I think from the way that he started by attacking, that his intention is quite clear. He's obviously going to try and take the game to England and try and force it. Not too comfortable with the way the yellow balls are actually laying at the moment. There's a couple of awkward ones in there, but this shot will show the direction he's going to go.
Christophe is a very accomplished player. He was a professional in the UK-based professionals for quite a while. He's up against Alistair Bailey, another professional. I think you know him a bit better, Mike.
Yeah, Alistair is more generally known as Aggie. He's only been a professional for some 3 years, but in that time he's won several events. He's Yorkshire champion, he's Jersey Open semi-finalist, so he's quite a record of playing in top-class competition. And I think Aggie will be taking this reasonably gently, seeing whether he can cover a pocket if he gets the chance to, or if he can get the opening, go for it.
Well, he's potted two quite confidently at the moment. He's looking now to play a delicate shot, I believe, off the back of the yellow.
Yeah, he succeeded in covering the pocket, and he succeeded in moving the yellow ball to the table in a reasonably safe position.
Table 16, Richie Davies, Alfred Ballas.
As you see, Christophe is trying a slight cut into the middle and hoping to free one of his yellow balls.
Table 19, Neil Williams, Eric Dominguez. Table 19, Neil Williams.
Yeah, he's succeeded quite nicely there. He still has to look at perhaps doubling the yellow across to the centre to leave himself onto the awkward one at the bottom.
And now might be the time to take it on, Mike.
He's managed to put two of Alistair's reds close to the cushion. It's made it a bit more awkward for Alistair, so perhaps the time, go for it.
Ryan John, Harry Murphy.
He's looking to see if it manages to go inside the red. It looks a bit tight to me. How do you think, Paul?
Yes, he's definitely taking on that double, Mike. Do you think he's going to screw up for the one at the top? No, he's played it gently.
He's played straight for the straight ball into the corner. It looks like that yellow does go past the red as far as he's concerned, because that's what he's setting himself up for.
Yes, some of these shots are difficult to see from the commentary position, as you know, Mike.
They're easier for me to see from up here. They're harder when I'm on the end of a queue.
Perhaps that's why they're the professionals and we're the amateurs.
That's why we've got the microphones, yeah. And he doesn't seem to be too concerned about the position he's ended up in, so it must be where he tried to play for.
Yeah, Christophe is a confident player. He won't be afraid of taking on a difficult yellow across the rail.
And that's just rattled in the jaw. It's a bit unfortunate because he was comfortably placed for the remaining balls.
It's not too bad for him. He has covered the two reds on the side cushion. Unless Alistair can get amongst them and disturb one and perhaps land on the other.
It certainly made it awkward for Alistair to go anywhere to hide, and Alistair's played lovely across the table and cleared the yellow out. Now Alistair has somewhere to go and hide.
Yes, that skill shot has set up a nice easy snooker for Alistair, or a fudge as we call it in the trade.
Johan Christensen with the broken race mark, Lloyd Burnside, the Southern Ireland.
Yeah, Alistair's managed to make that nearly awkward enough to have to play off of at least 2 cushions. It's just possible, I think, to take it off the opposite side cushion and pull it across, but I think he's going to have to go for 2 cushions to get that.
Yes, I think the 2 cushion shot is the shot, Mike.
He's got to be very careful here that he doesn't, even if he makes contact, that he doesn't leave Alistair a reasonably open table. Because all Alistair will do is take the odd ball. No, he's picked it up nicely. He's not left it in a very good position. But Alistair still has the problem with his 2 reds on the side cushion.
You think he'll trickle this over the pockets, Mike?
I think that's the percentage shot.
Yeah.
Cover that rail so the yellow doesn't go, and I don't think he's done it. I think that yellow will go past the red.
Yes, there's a big enough gap there.
On table 20, Mark Jones, Paul Carter. Table 20.
I'm not sure. He's looking, Christopher is looking at the top right pocket. That yellow goes past the 2 reds.
Yes, sorry, Mike.
Sorry, then that will leave him nicely on the yellow on the rail to go down behind the other red. And then back to the black to the centre. No, he's taking the other option.
There's a delicate cut into the middle bag. He's left himself a lot further away from the yellow than he'd like to be.
Yeah, he's got to control this now so that he doesn't end up tangled in amongst the reds. He's going to be limited on what he can do with the white ball. It's going to be very hard to get very much control. He's going to have to play virtually the top half of the ball, or at the best the centre. So he's going to have to pace this one quite nicely, or come all the way down the table.
Sebastian Raymond.
Well, he's got away with it, Mike. He's covered the bag. He's not left Alistair to finish, but knowing Alistair, I think 1 pot and white up the table.
Yeah.
And find himself behind the 2 reds.
Yeah, he's left him in a good position for actually coming back up the table and hiding again. And in fact, Alistair's not done himself any great favours on that. He can still tuck in between the 2 reds comfortably. And he has done.
Now this could be some shot here, Mike. He's got a hell of a shot on here. There's not much room between the red and the cushion, and not only that, he's got to come off probably 2, maybe 3 cushions.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful that he doesn't foul on or play the red onto the yellow and leave that pocket covered. Give Alistair the 2 shots, and then Alistair has 1 free shot to try and sort out the 2 balls on the rail.
Ronaldo Silly. Dave.
Well, he's caught the red, and I think he's now left Alistair a golden opportunity to finish here.
Yeah, remember Alistair's only got 1 free shot. Now, he's got 2 balls on the side cushion that he's got to sort out. He's got 1 yellow that's over the corner pocket, which may not necessarily be a great need to him, but it's still of a nuisance value, so it is hard.
You think he'll knock the first red out and then snook it again?
And he's going behind it again.
Yeah.
Table 6. Andrew James, Noel King.
And the danger with it this time, of course, is that the red is not over the yellow. And I'm sure that Christopher will be looking at hitting this yellow and certainly potting it.
Yeah, certainly a better chance than the previous one. If he does hit the yellow, it's a good chance that he'll have a shot at the black, unless he was unlucky to follow in. He's playing a lot of check on this white ball to check it back off the top cushion. No,
he's missed it completely. And just to add insult to injury, it's gone into the pocket.
I think Alistair will be looking to leave the red in a nice position to be able to cut off it at a later stage and run down for the red near the yellow.
No, he's actually tried to get the plant through there and he's not succeeded. So he's now got two balls that are hindered by the yellow over the pocket. Another snooker's bound to follow.
Yes, he certainly put himself in a worse position. Christoph's chance of getting out of this snooker is a lot brighter than the last two. It's a straightforward up and down. If anything is straightforward.
Well, yes, he's got to fancy his chances on this one. It's just firm enough so that it comes back off the cushion somewhere outside the two red balls. It gives him a couple of options on the black.
Yes, he's made the pot, but can he see the red?
It wasn't quite firm enough. I think he's got a cut on the black to take it into the centre pocket. He certainly seems to be lining up quickly enough so that he can do it, or perhaps he can take it down to the top pocket.
I think the middle pocket is on, Mike. I don't think there's any question in that.
Yeah, did cut it into the centre. Well done.
Frame to France. Okay, next we have Steve Sanders for England and Patrice Pion for France. Tommy Cox still refereeing, has tossed up. Steve Sanders has won the break and elected Patrice the break.
Well, I don't know what sort of game Patrice plays. I haven't seen him play before. I've seen Steve play many times, and I know that Steve is one of the hardest people that you can meet in a single frame match, so that should be quite interesting.
Yes, I do believe Patrice, he runs a pool bar, so he should get plenty of practice. He's 30 years old and he's in his second year playing for the national French team.
Well, that's a coincidence. Steve also runs a pool club, but he's been a professional for 12 years, and I think he's won most of the major competitions. So Steve electing to play yellow balls and pushing immediately Patrice's ball to the cushion. Steve's in a very, very strong position with yellows behind the black. So what would you do in this situation, Paul? You're faced with the black tied up behind the yellow. You've got reds on the cushion. Are you going to take time and just try and sort balls out, cover holes?
Well, he might have a chance here if he's prepared to play a firm red into the middle. He might be able to cannon on to the black and obviously pot the yellow for the skill shot, which he's attempted.
Attempted it, and unfortunately he has moved the black, but he's only put it to the centre of the bottom rail.
It was a good attempt there from Patrice. It could have been a chance, a game-winning chance if he'd made the shot.
Well, as you say, he's not short of practice. He runs a pool hall, and obviously he's come out with a view to attack. And I think all of the competitors in this event have come out with a view to play pool, and it's certainly more exciting for those who are watching if people come out with a positive attitude.
This should be a sensible shot though, Mike. He should really roll up and try and take the pocket.
Yeah, he's got to defend to a degree, but I'm sure he'll still be looking for an opening at any opportunity.
Will we see Steve push the black over? Yes.
Yeah, I don't think Steve's going to let the black get very far away from that corner pocket if he can help it. He'll be cannoning off balls into that black to keep it down that end. And I'm sure Patrice will be playing the opposite and trying to get the black out at every opportunity.
Table 17, Alan Marshall, Christopher Pebble.
And Patrice has found a skill shot again. Oh, well, he didn't get it the first time, but he's found one this time.
That was an interesting shot. And he's left Steve with one ball on the centre of the rail. And he's still got the problem of trying to get an advantage on the position of the black. But he's certainly got an opportunity to take a couple of balls out and to get a position.
I think he would have liked to have been a lot higher on that red and perhaps attempted the skill shot in the corner. He'd love to remove that yellow in the corner, Mike. It's caused him a lot of hassle at the moment.
I'm sure a lot of people don't realise the amount of attempts that some of these players actually set themselves up for having a go to do the skill shot, and that's why they call it a skill shot. They don't always come off, and they're not always easy to do, but when they do come off, they can win the match for you. There's not really a lot he can do with that red into the centre. Best, realistically, is to leave the white ball where the red is now.
Table 17. Table 20.
Well, he's looking to screw off the ball.
Stephen Fan, Ian Davies, table 20.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to do that somehow. And that really has given him a few more problems now.
That's right. He was looking to come this side of the table to make a plant and roll the white across. I think a manoeuvre either the black or the yellow.
Yeah, I think the way he was setting himself up there, he was looking perhaps as the black as a double to the centre at the last shot. He's not really helped his cause at all by doing that.
No, he needs to make this ball, otherwise he's going to find himself in a bad position.
Well, if he doesn't make this one, all Steve's going to do is to roll the yellow over the red, take control of that pocket as well, and then Christopher has really an uphill struggle from that point on. He must make contact with the red.
Yep.
And my apologies to Patrice for having just called him Christopher.
Steve's electing to play a red as his free shot after the foul. I think he'll take the yellow across the back rail for the plant, and just look at the position he's in after to decide whether to carry on or manoeuvre some of the dead balls.
Yeah, Steve's still going for it, but he's having to tackle, or he's going to have to tackle the yellow on the side rail. This ball's got to be either put away or at least moved over the pocket to give Steve any chance, and he's put it away quite comfortably. He now has the same problem with the yellow on the other rail.
He's going to take the yellow behind the black this time and look for a decent position on the yellow on the other side of the table, or possibly take the one down the rail.
Yeah, he's going to be conscious that that pocket's open where the black can go in. I think he's going to either pocket the ball or cover the pocket, and he's pocketed it. It's not left him a very favourable angle to do much with the other yellow, apart from perhaps centre pocket.
I think, yes, centre pocket looks the best shot from that angle, and certainly from our angle in the commentary box.
Yeah, he's run on to take it back to the centre or to the even the long. And Steve's now proving why he's one of the hardest people in single frame pool to beat. He's really made it look quite comfortable.
Brian Gallagher for Savaloya, Francis Purcell.
That's frame to England.
Table 10.
Okay, we have Andy Croasdale from England and Emmanuel Roche from France. Okay, Andy's breaking off. He's got a thunderbolt break, as you've now seen. And he's unlucky and knock on down. Andy's a new professional. He's from your neck of the woods, I believe, or in your country.
He's from England, that's certain. Andy's actually only 18 years old, and he's only been a professional for 1 year, almost. But having said that, before Andy was 18, he won the World Youth Championships. He's a current European champion. Yeah, he's also the English speed pool champion at 38 seconds, so he's certainly got a pedigree even though he's only 18. And this should be another interesting match.
That's right. Emmanuel's elected to play the yellow, and he's fouled.
We need a referee at the top table, please. Referee, top table.
He's studying at the table now and deciding whether to ask referee Tom Cox to pass him the white, which he's just done. He has one free shot and one visit at the pool table. He can elect to play any ball on the table. He can pot any ball on the table except for the black, which you can only just move.
And he's done quite well there. He's managed to not only move the one ball off of the cushion, but to split the other two up that were laying awkwardly. I'm not too sure if he's quite as happy with that shot as he was with the previous one.
It was a great pot, but they forgot the position on the shot.
Yeah, he wanted to come back for the one on the top rail, but he's not come back for that. He's left himself the one down the side rail. It's just made it a bit awkward to get back to this end and to clear these two balls at this end out the way. And I think he took on a shot there that was a little bit high in the degree of difficulty. And that's a measure of not quite getting the position you need on your previous shot. It certainly left Emmanuel open now with a possibility. He too has a ball that's on the rail, which is hard, but the first attempt he moves it a few inches down the rail. He's still got another foot or so to go.
He's looking at the plant into the centre pocket and makes a delicate little shot.
John Elmore, John Moreno. Label 7. John Elmore.
I think he may take the next yellow in the pocket, in the middle pocket, Mike, and two down the one end of the table, leaving the yellow at the rail for the black in the centre pocket. Do you see it the same?
Yeah, I think he's going to be conscious of the ball on the rail behind at the same end as the black, and he's going to be looking to try and get onto that as soon as possible rather than leave it till the last shot. But having said that, the way that the balls are set out, he's really got to clear one end first.
He's found a good position off that yellow. A little stun up the side and avoiding the middle pocket and behind the black, and he should be in perfect position.
Yeah, he's going to leave himself as straight a shot as possible and as close as possible, and he's succeeded in that. And the angle he's got now does pop the ball, the white out quite nicely for him to take the black to the centre. Yeah.
And left himself a nice easy tap in black for the game. In it goes, and frame to France. Okay, we have Christophe Lemaire for France and Gary Taylor for England. Gary is certainly from your part of town, I believe.
Yes, indeed. Not only is he from my part of the town, we actually play in the same pool league. Although he's in a different division to me because he's professional and I'm not.
Right, Gary's break-in. And he's left an open table. It's
not a very easy table for a clear up. Anyone who's going to take this on is really going to have to work at it. And I don't expect we're going to see someone going straight from the break on this.
Table 6, Lloyd Burnside, Gary Chubb.
Okay, Richard's taking the yellow balls. He's taken one into the one corner and left himself one on in the other.
Yeah, he's going to need to be a little bit careful here. He doesn't want to clear one end of the table unless he's actually going to go for a finish. Doing that's only going to give Gary the opportunity of hiding. And I think Gary will certainly look at the opportunity of hiding if he gets the chance, due to the situation he's going to be in at the top of the table with that red ball sitting there. But
okay,
sorry, one good shot from Richard here would open up a couple of those yellows and perhaps give him the opportunity to go for the game.
Yeah, as it stands at the moment, Mike, it looks like there's only one yellow that he has a problem with. The others are potable once you remove the one nearest the hole. So when he makes this yellow now, he needs to leave a position on the next one to disturb the one which is closest to the red.
Yeah, he can certainly screw back for the one that's in the centre of the three at the moment. Whether he disturbs all three of them in one go, as he just tried to there, I don't know. I don't think I'd have been inclined to do that. I think that I would have tried to disturb it with the second yellow. But he's now put himself in a situation where he's got some work to do, and he's going to have to try and avoid being left at the other end of the table.
Table 13.
If he's going to go for game, I think he's going to have to play an outrageous back double and screw back into the red and move the yellow on the cushion. Otherwise, he's faced with the prospect of cut and taking the white around the table, missing the other balls on there.
So with all those reds there, I don't think he'll be able to go straight up and down, but he's going to try. He got himself in a position again where he had to do too much, and sometimes you just can't do that. I mean, Gary's got the comfort now where the red is onto the yellow. That's making it awkward for Richard to actually finish, so Gary's going to take his time, cover some of the pockets at the bottom end, and make it harder for Richard to actually get through to pick off that yellow and to move the other yellow at the same time. That'll be his first objective.
Gary's got bags of experience. He is one of the PPPO, that's the Professional Pool Players Organisation professionals, and he's doing well.
Yeah, I think he's actually ranked number 6 at the moment. Yeah, I think Gary's definitely got some time on his side here. It's very unlikely he's going to leave Richard in a position that Richard can actually do anything more than he's doing, which is to just try the angles out and to see if he can disturb the ball. And I think Richard's going to run out of time. Gary's now going to be looking at moving any of the balls that are against the rail into a pocketable position, at the same time leaving it as hard as possible with the white. And there goes another dead ball, but he was expecting to pot that.
Yes, it was definitely an attempt to pot the ball. As he left an angle off this yellow now for Richard to disturb his last ball.
It looks like a slight angle, but I think you'd have to follow on if you put a lot of top on that ball to get down there and move it into a potable position. You might roll onto it, but...
I mean, from this angle we can't see if he can take a thin cut. It doesn't look like, but if he can make a thin cut, he may be able to cannon onto the ball. He took the thin cut on, but not thin enough, unfortunately.
No, I think that was a little bit of hit and hope on that shot. I think he tried to make a pocket and a cannon at the same time when it really wasn't there by the looks of it. Now Gary's in a bit of a dilemma. He can carry on and pot a few balls, but he's still going to have one tied up with the yellow. It's now going to work in reverse against him, so he's now going to have to start looking at getting a free shot so that he can clear the yellow and the red at the top of the table out.
He's played a hopeful snooker from this angle. It doesn't quite look there. I think he's left the one frozen to the cushion in the red. That'll probably suit Gary just as much. He's now got a free red and he is in control of the black end of the table.
Yeah, he's going to be looking at these three that are at the bottom end of the table, where he's going to have to start working on those to clear them out a bit. He's done that with the first shot. He's left himself a plant across the table, and he's left himself with some options there.
Table 17, Steve Sanders, Sebastian Raymond. Table 17, Steve Sanders, Sebastian Raymond. Steve.
There goes the plant, Mike.
He's forced the ball through. He's left himself with the bottom option and to the centre.
I think the option to the bottom corner gives him a chance of knocking one off the side rail if he requires, but I think he might decide to take it down the rail. Confident enough player, Gary, to take on that shot.
Yeah, he's come up behind that one, and his intention is to play that down to the bottom pocket. A little bit close for comfort, I think. That won't deter him from taking it on though.
That's an excellent shot, Mike, from a very awkward queuing position. He's also left his other difficult ball up the side rail if he requires to take it now.
Yeah, I think he's looking at the position he can get back onto the one that's over the pocket. He really needs to be able to get a fine cut on that and to leave himself with the red into the other bottom pocket, or even the same bottom pocket. Yeah, he's pulled it across nicely.
This next shot is all about pace, just leaving, or getting the right amount of pace onto the white ball to land perfect on his last red.
Yeah, it looks to me like he's going to try and bring it back across the table. No, he's taking it on the fine cut.
I think he's played that well enough, Mike. It's just off the bottom cushion and up for the black. In the centre, or the corner pockets, whichever he feels comfortable with.
Yeah, he's looking at the centre. No, he's looking at the bottom. He's not played that very well. He's left himself square. He would like to have been a bit more comfortable than that, although I don't think it's going to worry him too much. that should stop before the pocket.
Excellent win for Gary Taylor of England.
Robert